Hello, how you guys doing tonight? I just want to take out a little time to make this video. I'm planning on trying to figure out a way that we can start having service again safely, and that's what this video is about tonight. So I'm just gonna go over a couple of things that I think is very important as we move forth. But the end goal is this right here. This is our church home, and this is where we want to be eventually. Safely, though, we want to get there safely. So, as I, listen to CDC and plan stuff according to the way that they're talking, it's just a matter of time before we can walk through these doors, but do it in a way where nobody will be sick or get sick or whatever. So that's my prayer, that's my goal, and I'm just praying that God would allow us to do that. But there's some things that we have to have in order for us to even think about going in there. And I have been working on those things. And one of the first things is this, that we're supposed to clean and disinfect the church thoroughly before opening to make sure adequate supplies of hand sanitizer, cleaning supplies, and disinfectants are available in our church. So as we come in, we can clean as we leave out for the next time, and nobody would get sick. That's the main thing. Also, to post signs that we can have letting people know that we are practicing social distances. That's number one. We're not going to be all close up on each other. I'm praying that when we do be able to go back to church, that people don't run up to each other, hugging each other, and trying to. I know we haven't seen each other for a long time, but we have to be able to know that this ain't the time for all of that until we able to know for certain that the decline of this virus has happened, so we won't spread no germs or something and get someone else sick. So we got to be able to make sure the church is clean, which it already has been. Um, Number two, that we're going to use protective equipment as we go forward. All who attend must wear a mask. There's no exceptions. We got to wear a mask. We got stuff set up to where you wear a mask. We're going to be doing temperature checks and all of that stuff, which I'm going to explain more in detail later. But we're going to do this so that if someone come in with a fever, we'll know what we need to do. So that's something else that we're going to explain. So everybody must wear a mask. I'm just going to go over this briefly. Ushers and greeters who are distributing who are doing a temperature check. If someone come in with a mask, we'll have a mask to give them. Without a mask, I should say, we'll have a mask to give them. And anybody that might have the fever and stuff that we find out that have a fever and stuff, we're going to ask them that they could just go home and come back at another time because we don't want people to get sick. Okay, number three, we need to continue if you're at an age where you know you're at risk, if you know that you have underlying conditions, then what we want to do, we want to still try to do our online service so that you can be able to watch the services online. I'm doing everything possible to make sure that this platform is still going to be going strong even after we all get back in church because we have reached other people, and this is a way to reach out to San Diego, and not only San Diego but other people too, so that they can see that we have a service here at East Village and it's online, and they'll be able to do it, be able to watch it if they can't come. Let me bring that back up again, make sure I covered everything. So those people who are sick or at higher risk, otherwise and otherwise don't feel comfortable coming back at this time, we're going to continue our online services so that you're going to be able to watch. That's what I want to make sure that we got that covered so that when we do come back, if you can't come back, don't feel bad about it because you can still join us online. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is maintaining social distances. It's not a game where we can just be all up in each other's face and not have on our masks. I'm gonna show you some things as we go along. But as it looks like right now, we may be able to have 40 people in a church, 50 at if it's a whole bunch of families sitting with each other, maybe 50. This is not guaranteed. I'm going to tell you guys that right now so nobody can call me talking about, oh, you did. No, this is not a guarantee. We have to go and practice this and see exactly what's going to happen when we come together. How many people are going to show up? And we're going to go from there. We're going to make sure that people are safe and things are done right, but we're not promising that this is a number of people or nothing like that. So before everybody get all panicky and start, well, what about this? What about that? We're going to find that out together. Amen? All right, thank you. So I don't want it to be where it becomes a burden. This is another thing here. This is the middle row of seating right here. So what I'm trying to say is, if your family come in and you got your family and it's three or four of you guys, you would be sitting in this section right here. But the thing with that, if you guys come in and it's not all these seats are taken and stuff like that, then we're gonna have a different plan for those seats, which I explained a little bit later on. So what I want to do right now, I went down to the church and I made a video where I'm gonna just talk through the video and let you guys know how things are gonna work to the best of our ability with the people that we're gonna have in place helping out with this and everything like that. And just once we watch this video and I explain, like I said, this was just a short video to kind of explain some of the ideas going forward because we got to have a plan. So this is a little bit of a plan that we're gonna have going. But these seats right here in the middle are the seats that would be set up for families as we go forth. So we're gonna watch this video, and this video gonna kind of like help us to explain what's going on and how it's gonna be done. Okay, so here we go right here. So when we walk into church, we're gonna have a table sitting there. You're gonna have people sitting at that table. We might have people outside, but we might have people sitting at the table with a temperature gun. And once you get your temperature checked, we have a book sitting there where we can just like say, okay, Keith Joseph came in. He had his temperature taken. There go my name right there, and I was 96. And then we'll have whoever sitting at the table to sign an initial it that way. And then stop. Let me stop. Okay. So, oh no, not that one. Let me pause and let me go back. So, so as you see, it won't be where, you know, things are crazy or chaotic. It'll be an order to it. There will be a station for you to check into. Like I said earlier, I want to go over this again so people can see. There'll be a station for you to go in. You'll be able to take your temperature, sign in to the thing. Okay, I'm gonna go there again. Boom, sign in. We already have people that go to the church to sign in to make sure that they don't have fever and they're not bringing it to the church. We have a sanitizer station for your hands. You'll be able to put a hand sanitizer on your hand before walking into the sanctuary. Once you walk into the sanctuary, the seating may be different. Like I said, these seats here are for single people that can just sit there. They're 6 feet apart. They're spread out so people can be able to sit there and not be, you know, contaminating each other, if you want to say that like that. And as we walk around, we'll see more seating. But these are all spread out. We're gonna get the carpet clean. That's our next step. Everything else in the church, all these seats have been sprayed with a COVID-19 germ virus killer. The seats in the middle are the ones that we're gonna use for families. We're gonna use these for when people come in with families and they need to sit down together. Families of 4 or 5 or whatever like that. Then we'll put those, you know, together where the people can be able to sit together and be able to, you know, enjoy each other as a family. But at the same time, if that happens to where we don't have enough seating for that and we have people as a family sitting in the first 2 rows, then we're going to take the other rows and have people to social distance and sit there. Let me let the video finish. Okay, so you see we got a few of those seats set up for that, but we also have another section that we have set up too. And the reason for that is because we want to make sure everybody can be directed to the seats that help them. We got one seat here and we'll have another seat there if we have to use those seats so people can be set apart. We have one there and one on the other end, and that's 6 feet apart. In case we have to do that, in case we're not using those chairs. We got the chairs in the back, the same thing. We got a seat here, and then another person can sit there. And we also got like 3 in the back that's social distance so people can come and be able to be a part of it. And as we go back up front, I'm going to go to the other side here. Now on the other side, we got for couples. You know, you can have up to 5 couples on this side sitting together. If that's not the case, then we can have one person sitting in these seats, and they'll be spread out enough to where we're not contaminating or coughing on each other, whatever the case may be, even though we're going to make sure we got that under control from the beginning. So this is just some ideas that we're going to try to implement. I'm not 100% on how it's going to work yet, so I don't need everybody saying, well, what about this? What about that? We're going to see together. This is something that I'm praying about, that God will give us the wisdom on doing together so that we'll know what we can do to be able to go back into church safely. And as of now, you know, this is just ideas that we have. I got all the cleaning supplies. The church has been cleaned thoroughly, bathrooms, everything by a janitorial company. Now we have the same janitorial company coming in that's going to clean the carpets and stuff. We got a lot of stains and stuff on the carpet that's going to be clean. When you guys come back, the church is going to be thoroughly clean, and we're going to keep it that way. We're going to be appreciative of the blessing that God has given us. Pray for me. I'm trying to make all of this stuff come together. I'm gonna need your prayers as we go forth. But I'm trying to, with the help. I'm not doing this by myself either. I got a lot of people that's helping me to put this together. The deacons and stuff like that. You know, people in the office that work in the office, they're helping me with the signs and all kind of stuff. So things are being done to make this thing happen. I have a date that we might try to do a service, not even in the sanctuary yet, but upstairs on the roof where we have our what's the name of that, sunrise service, just to get a feel for being back in the church some type of way. So you guys pray for me. I'm trying to do a lot, and I need your prayers. God bless you guys. Thank you.